Hello everyone and welcome to Strasbourg. It was around 7 a.m. when we arrived to Strasbourg, so not many places were open for breakfast, but we ended up finding one cute cafe and then started the walk from the Republic Square that at this moment was blooming because it was the first week of spring and it felt like city was just waking up, so it was very nice to be in this area. And then we just had a little walk before deciding to have another snack, and this time we chose something salty, a pretzel with cheese and a sandwich. So after this we were ready to go and explore city even more. We ended up walking through the street market, which was a very unique and local experience, again because it was early and it was Saturday, so it really felt nice to be in this area. And somehow just walking around we were looking at the architecture of the city and just enjoying the beautiful cobblestone streets of Strasbourg. Of course, wherever we walk we always ended up being near the cathedral that once was the tallest building of Europe, but I will tell you more about the cathedral later. It's just a magnificent building in the middle of the city center, so you will probably see it even from the other parts of the city. The streets are very narrow around the cathedral, and just by going around looking at these half-timbered houses, we decided to have quick lunch before going to our apartment. And we saw that a lot of people were eating something that looked like pizza, and it's a typical, let's say, pizza for this area called tarte flambée, and it's made on a very thin, crispy dough topped with cream cheese, onions, and bacon. This is the original one, but here we tried the one with mushrooms. Hello again and welcome to Strasbourg. I hope you are enjoying this vlog so far, and we already had a very chaotic day. I came here with my friend and we are only staying today and tomorrow, so we're gonna try to explore the city as much as we can for these 2 days. So far even we saw a lot because we took a night bus from Paris actually, and we arrived here at 6:30 in the morning, so we've been here for a long time now. It's like 4 p.m. so it's been already 10 hours, I don't know. Finally we came to our Airbnb that was supposed to be a very nice place where we relax a bit from our trip as well, but then there was some misunderstanding with the host, and then also when we came at 3, like, the place was dirty from the previous guests, and now there is some weird sound in the heater, so I hope that nothing is gonna leak and that we can survive one night here, because I was very excited to come to Strasbourg. I even wanted to come during the Christmas, but we just didn't manage to organize that trip, so we decided it's better to come and visit it in spring. And actually it's the perfect weather. It's not so sunny, but it's like around 20 degrees, so we can really stay out for a whole day, and it's very nice to walk around even though like it's mid-March. Yeah, so far we walked a lot, but in the end we saved still some things for tomorrow, because tomorrow night then we have train back to Paris, so the train is gonna be an easier option because it's just 2.5 hours. Actually, I mean, I don't know if you can see behind me, but the place is so cute. We are kind of in the loft and we literally have the view of the cathedral. I'm gonna insert now the video. Like, everything was supposed to be perfect because we really planned it well, but then, you know, some things always happen. So we just decided that this is not gonna ruin our trip, and we are here and we are spending time together, so that's the most important thing. I hope you will like Strasbourg through my eyes. I will give you the other information throughout the video. I took a short nap and then it was already time for dinner. So when I travel, I like to try traditional food mostly. This time we found this restaurant with the traditional food from this region, the Alsace region, and we took the pork shank and traditional sauerkraut, and I can say that they were very delicious. Good night. Good morning. It's our second and last, unfortunately, day in Strasbourg. We are going to have breakfast now, and because we have a check-in at 12, we are going to come back and pick up our bags and go to find some lockers where we can leave them, because we still have the whole day until 7 or 8 in the night. I'm so excited to see today the area that is called the Small France, which is the main area with these cute buildings that Strasbourg is famous for. I'm gonna just take you everywhere we walk around. We will also try to enter the cathedral, because yesterday we couldn't find the entrance and it seemed like it's closed, so we have to check if it's really closed, or maybe it was just some time when they are closing in the middle of the day. There's still a lot to see, and I hope you will like it. This morning we took breakfast from the local bakery and decided to have it in front of the cathedral. I don't know about you, but I feel always that food tastes better with a good view. So after that we entered the cathedral, and it was very beautiful inside. As I mentioned before, it was the tallest building in the world until the 1874, which is pretty recent if you think about it, with its height of 142 meters. But one thing that the visitors are gathering around is this Renaissance marvelous astronomical clock inside. It's actually here not just to tell time, but it also maps planets, predicts eclipses, and tracks the calendar all until the year of 9999. That's crazy even to think about this year and just about the time when it was actually built. So this is definitely one of the things that we were looking at for longest inside of the cathedral. After we finally left our backpacks around the train station in the lockers, we felt more free to walk around and explore the rest of the city. We just walked in the train station because this building seemed interesting, and then ended up walking all the way towards Le Petite France. This area is one of the most beautiful areas in Strasbourg, and actually it seems maybe more like Germany, because Strasbourg is a border city between France and Germany, and throughout the history it was always between the French and German rule, so of course it has influences of both cultures, and it just feels like a walk through a little medieval fairy tale. So this is definitely one of the top touristic spots in Strasbourg. Around those canals you will find a lot of restaurants and cafes, so we also decided to sit down and have a coffee break and just enjoy this beautiful view. Merci. I mentioned before that I wanted to come to Strasbourg during Christmas, and I hope that one day I will, because this city is home to one of Europe's oldest Christmas markets that is dating back to 1570. But even now, of course, in spring, it's very nice. And as this trip was ending, we enjoyed walking by the water and just exploring more local spots like these boats that are turned into cafes. And just the whole area around the water was very nice to spend the last evening there. Well, we made it to the end of this vlog. I hope you enjoyed this mini trip to Strasbourg, as we did. And now it's time to take our train back to Paris. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon in my next vlog.